Welcome. I'm Faye Waterman from Talking All Things Business. And today my guest is Michelle Menzies. Now, Michelle is a life coach, and she says she supports women who people please and have followed the rules only to find themselves unsatisfied and desperate to break free. Now, welcome, Michelle. And I would love you to talk a little bit about, or share a little bit about, who you are and why you became a life coach to help women who are desperate to break free.
Well, firstly, Faye, thank you for having me here. It's nothing short of a pleasure. Oh my goodness, how do I even condense that? I feel like I've had a very special journey to 32 and sitting here right in front of you. I essentially was that human. I was on the hamster wheel, smiling bravely on the outside. And it took me a very long time to name that I was actually completely lost and disconnected on the inside. I had a cancer diagnosis at the age of 19 and faced mortality at that age, which of course brings a whole lot of life lessons and questions and fears. And what I took from that was this passion to live. So with that, I was a teacher and I moved into not-for-profit work. And then when I was gifted the most incredible gift, which is my son, I decided to retrain. And that is how I moved into the life coaching space. So as we know, we often say we can't join the dots looking forward, but now looking back, it's the piece of me as, you know, this cancer survivor and life advocate. I'm an educator. I'm so passionate about helping people move forward, get unstuck, and then infused with my own life experience of following the rules. You know, society conditions us to believe certain things, and I followed the path believing university degree, house, husband, baby, job would all lead to happiness. And I ticked those boxes studiously. You know, as I shared, I had that early life experience of wanting more. And I had all the stuff and I was miserable on the inside.
Okay, so let's take it back a little bit from when you were diagnosed with cancer and you went through all those emotions and all the things that go with that diagnosis, and where you were sitting. And what about your family? What was it like for them when they realized that you were in that situation?
Look, first and foremost, fear.
Yes.
When something like that lands on your plate, and of course the family around you, there was a lot of fear. My cancer diagnosis itself, with what it was very unknown. I've never done anything by the rules. And yeah, we faced a lot of uncertainty. Previous to the medication that I'm on now, there was a 7-year life expectancy. And in October, I've just hit 12 years.
Fantastic.
And yeah, there's been a lot.
And there's been a lot go on in your life in that 12 years. You've married, you've had a child, and that's something that they said that you couldn't do.
I just got teary. Yeah.
But they proved you wrong.
I proved them wrong.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You proved them wrong. And I always say, never tell me never, because it makes me more determined to prove that I can. And you've done that. But then you've taken it a step further. And you're now, because of your experience, you're still only young, but because of your experience, you can help those women that are stuck on that hamster wheel. You can sit and look and empathize with them and understand where they're coming from, because you've been there.
Yeah.
What is the greatest thing that you see in women that you work with? What is something that happens to them? What's their response? What's their feeling What is it when they see those changes start to happen? What is it for you, but also what is it for them?
Freedom.
Freedom. Why do you say freedom?
For so many, and even myself in that stage of feeling stuck and frustrated, it's, for myself, I felt really hopeless. I didn't know that there was something more. I didn't know that I could move from feeling really crappy, like crappy. I found a journal recently that was from a year after I was diagnosed. And I haven't actually shared this publicly, but I trust in timing. I was actually very suicidal.
Mm-hmm.
And I found a journal that was literally just like scribbled out. And it literally said, what is the point?
Yep.
So to move from that to where I am now, honestly living in my own frequency of love and have built a dream life, the life that I absolutely never thought possible, is what I now share with my clients. And the thing that lights me up most is when they have their own aha moments and that light bulb ignites and they then realize, oh my goodness, because you can listen to someone talk and go, yeah, whatever. But I live and breathe my work. And I say that to all of my clients, like, I'm in here doing this with you every single day. So it's the magic that is you, because we are so perfectly the most incredible version of ourselves. Physically, atomically, emotionally, spiritually, emotionally, there will never be another you. But with the programming and the conditioning and all those societal things, the school system is where it all starts. We get, we
Don't
chip
even
down.
get started there.
Well, there's a reason I'm not teaching. We get chipped down and we're made to feel small and we're made to feel like we're not good enough and we're made to feel, we compare and we judge. And I help all of my beautiful clients come back to who they are and finding out what actually makes them happy, how they actually want to spend their time, what feels good for them. We let go of the shoulds. As soon as I say so often, if it's a should, check in if it's really what you want.
And I always say should never be in the language at all, because it's not we should. We either do or we don't. And bringing people to a place where they realize that they have that beauty and that magic inside them is a very, a very humbling thing to do. And to see that magic shine on the outside that you've drawn out of them is extremely exciting as well. So with what you do and how you do it, and you come across as a very gentle soul, and that's what women are connected to, that gentleness, that kindness, that softness that you have. And then that allows them to be able to bring out who they truly are once you start digging a little deeper and getting them to realize that there is a whole person in there that hasn't even been seen, or once was, but through experiences in life has just gone back into the shadows and stayed there because of the fear of being judged, the fear of not being good enough, the fear of society and conforming. So you, in your gentleness, allow those women to see themselves as beautiful, beautiful people. And as you say, we all are. All we have to do is allow and, find it first and then allow it to shine on the outside and stop being suppressed on the inside, as I see so much of. And I was there one time myself. So yeah, it's exciting. What would you say to women who are listening to this that feel like they're on the hamster wheel and that they're just going around and around and they can't break free, what would you say to them? Besides come and see you.
I was like, good segue. Firstly, I would really, really lovingly let them know that they have done nothing wrong. As we've shared, we are conditioned to do this stuff. From a really young age, we go into school systems that put us in boxes. And then we have expectations to leave school, and whether the expectation comes from the school system or the family or greater people or aspirations, we tend to follow patterns. And with those patterns, also beliefs infused with them. So firstly, I'd say check in with actually what you're doing and if it feels good. And then if it doesn't, I mean, if your hamster wheel is working, and we're 96% habitual. So that's why when we talk about the hamster wheel, if your hamster wheel feels good and abundant and fun and joyous, keep going. But it's when the hamster wheel feels exhausting and heavy. And one of my clients said to me, she's like, I don't want to go to bed one more day feeling like I've wasted it. And so that's my invitation to you. How are you filling up your days? Because your days become weeks and those weeks becomes months. And then suddenly, particularly when you have children, you know, we've got this indicator that is time. It's gone.
It's gone forever. Yes.
Yeah.
And you can't get it back. So we have to realize that every moment is precious. And when we wake up in the morning, be happy to wake up. And I'm going to say, jump out of bed. Not everyone will jump out of bed, but wake up and be grateful for the day.
And feel good about the day. And we've all got mundane things that, you know, come together to fit part of your day. But it's about that self and that permission for you to find that time for self in that day. That's kind of the first little baby step off the hamster, is going, you know, does this feel good? And how can I invite some goodness and some joy and some vibrancy in?
And what you just said then, also giving yourself some time throughout the day, regardless of what you have to do, allow 15 minutes to 30 minutes for you just to be. You can, you know, read, you can go for a brief walk, you can sit in the sunshine, you can have a nana nap, you can do whatever, but it's your time, and that's very special.
And again, it's not something we are ever taught to do. And for so many of my clients, the feeling that is associated with that time when it's very new is guilt.
Yes.
And that guilt is one of the lowest emotions that we can feel vibrationally. So it feels like crap. So I help people give that permission and say, you know what? You are worthy of 15 minutes a day. You're actually worthy of a lot more, but we understand that, you know, learning is a process and it needs to feel good before we can expand it. But particularly, I work with a lot of mums. We give so much of ourselves, so much and so much and so much. But when we can fill up our cup in that 15 minutes or 30 minutes, we actually then have more to give. We are more calm, we are more loving, we are more open, we are more receptive, other than coming from, and I've absolutely lived this and I'm no perfect human, but that space of like frustration, feeling like I don't have enough time or I don't have enough energy, or like, can you just give me 5 minutes?
Yes. Yes.
But when we've had that time for that self, it's my lived experience and that of my clients, we've just got that space.
I love my 30 minutes space a day. Just of late, though, I haven't been doing it. I think I've given myself quite a bit of space over the Christmas break and things. That now just kind of catch up time for a little while and then back into, you know, that nurture time as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Beautiful. Now, Michelle, how can they get in contact with you if they want to have a conversation?
Well, my business is called Shine Through You, and it essentially encompasses everything we have spoken about. The magic is inside of you, and that's what I help people do, is step into that. So I have a Facebook page, Shine Through You. I'm also on Facebook, and my website is shinethroughyou.com.au.
Are you on LinkedIn as well?
Work in progress.
Work in progress. Beautiful. All right. Well, thank you so much for your time and sharing your absolute wisdom and beauty and softness with us.
Oh, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much for your time also, Faye.
Pleasure's mine. I'm Faye Waterman. This is Talking All Things Business, and I'll be back again sometime soon. Bye for now.